So this is an example of a line plot, and it says letters in our name. Okay, and you can see the different X's. Okay, so there's one X for 2. So what does that represent?
There's one person with 2 letters in their name.
Good job. There are 3 X's for 10 or more. So what is that telling us, Jeremiah? You need somebody to help you out? Okay. Janessa, can you help us out?
There's 3 people with 10 or more letters in their name.
There's 3 people with 10 or more letters in their name. Okay? Great job, everybody. Okay? Now, can you direct your attention back to the board? We're going to watch a video that tells us more about line plots. Okay? All right.
How can you use line plots? Think about this question during the lesson.
All right, before we go on, how do you think you can use line plots? What are line plots used for, Matthew?
Line plots are used for unorganized data.
You use line plots to organize data. Okay. Darian, can you read that for us? What is the title of that line plot?
April high temperature, San Diego, CA.
San Diego, California. Okay, so as you can see, and at the bottom, what's it say at the bottom, Darian?
Temperature.
Okay. Temperature. All right. So, how many times was it 70 degrees according to that line plot? Eileen?
2.
2. How many times was it 65 degrees according to that line plot? Deani?
4.
4. Okay, so a line plot is used to gather data, okay, shown by X's.
For each day in April, Dara recorded the high temperature on a line plot. What temperature occurred as the high temperature most often in April? Let's find out.
Okay, what temperature occurred the most in April? What temperature occurred the most in April, Cindy? 66. And how do you know that? 5 X's and no other one has 5. Correct? Great job. Let's see if you were right.
Why do you think this graphic organizer is called a line plot?
Why is this graphic organizer called a line plot? Trayvon?
It's called a line plot because it has lines. There's a line for each number of temperature.
Okay. And a line plot is represented by what? There it is.
The X's.
X's, and that's why it's called a line plot.
This graphic organizer is called a line plot because the data is recorded on a number line. A line plot is a way to organize data on a number line. To read a line plot, look at the numbers below the line. Then count the X's above each number.
Does everybody get how to do that?
Yes.
On Dara's line plot, each temperature is labeled below the line. What are the highest and lowest high temperatures recorded in April?
Cindy already told us that the highest temperatures recorded was 66. Okay, but on this number line, that was the most. Okay, so the highest is what? What's the highest according to that graph? Anaya?
73.
73. And the lowest, according to that graph, is what, Nasir?
62. 64 and 71.
This is the lowest. This is the lowest number. The lowest number is what?
71, 63, and 64.
Can someone help Nasir? What's the lowest number, Matthew?
62.
62. All right, let's see if you guys are right.
The highest and lowest high temperatures recorded in April are 73 degrees and 62 degrees. Each X represents one day. How many X's should there be in this line plot? Why?
All right. So how can we figure out how many X's should be on the line plot? What can we do? What is one thing we can do, Kaylee?
Count it.
Count them. We're going to count all the X's, right? Okay. Trayvon, you come to the board and count the X's for us and tell us how many X's we have. How many X's do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
How many X's?
30.
30. Okay. And what do you think that, you can have a seat, Trayvon. What do you think that 30 X's are represented of? Janessa?
The 30 days in April.
Great job. Let's see. Great job, Janessa.
There should be 30 X's because there are 30 days in April. Since there are 2 X's above the 68 degrees, the high temperature was 68 degrees on 2 days. What high temperature occurred on exactly 3 days?
According to the graph, what high temperature was recorded on exactly 3 days? Jack? Exactly 3 days.
The highest temperature on 3 days.
What high temperature occurred on exactly 3 days? So you're going to look for the temperature that has 3 X's. Which one is that?
67.
67. And is that it?
63.
63. Great job, Jack.
Exactly 3 days had a high temperature of 63 degrees and 67 degrees. Which temperature has the most X's?
Cindy answered that for us. Cindy, what did you say?
66.
66.
There are 5 X's above 66. Thus, the high temperature was 66 degrees on 5 days. So, what temperature occurred most often?
What temperature occurred most often? Everybody.
66 degrees. 66 degrees.
The temperature that occurred most often as the high temperature in April was 66 degrees. If the high temperature on May 1st is not 66 degrees Fahrenheit, would you expect it to be higher or lower than 66 degrees Fahrenheit? Why?
If the high temperature on May 1st is not 66 degrees, would you expect it to be higher or lower than 66 degrees? Abdur, what do you think? Would it be higher or lower than 66 degrees? You're looking right, because it's, what do you think? Deanna, can you help him out?
Higher?
Alright, let's see. And why?
Because on the right, the higher numbers.
The temperature would probably be higher because May is closer to summer than April. The temperature would probably be higher because more temperatures in April are higher than 66 degrees Fahrenheit.
You get that? The closer it gets to the summer, the hotter it will get, right?
You have learned how to use a line plot to organize and compare data using a number line.
That is important to remember. A line plot is used to organize and compare data while using a number line. Okay? That's important information to remember. Great job, everybody. Okay. You are now going to take a sticky note, okay, and you're going to write down your favorite color. Write down your favorite color. Okay? Using your pencil, you're going to write down your favorite color. Okay? Yes. Yes, you can. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Remember, boys and girls, you're writing down your favorite color, and when you're done writing down your favorite color, thumbs up. So I know that you're completed. Yeah. Right. Okay. Write down your favorite color. You shouldn't take a long time to write down your favorite color. Okay, I'm going to ask Matthew if he can collect everybody's sticky note for me. And Matthew, as you're collecting it, you're just going to place it on the board right here. Okay? And you're going to place them right here on the board. Stick on the board. Can you help you? Thank you, Matt. You can have a seat. Okay, boys and girls, active listening. Eyes on me. Active listening. Okay, you see all of these different colors that we have? What can we do with all this data? You see how it's all scattered all over the place? How do you think that we can organize that data?
Line plot.
A line plot would be good for that, right? A line plot. So those are the type of things that line plots are used for. Okay? All right. Boys and girls, we are going to transition back to our seats. Okay? All right? Five. We're going to give you 5 countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. Just have notebooks away as well. And 1. Active listening, boys and girls. Eyes on me. Active listening. Good job. Okay. So we are going